The headline was impossible to ignore. Qatar, the world's most sinful country in 2025. It blared from the front pages, bold and provocative, demanding attention from anyone who glanced its way. The words seemed almost surreal, casting a shadow over the city's gleaming skyline and stirring up a storm of curiosity and controversy. It was a bold claim, built on data about consumption and lifestyle, on statistics about spending, nightlife, and indulgence. But numbers rarely tell the whole story. They can capture trends, but they can't capture the spirit of a place or the complexity of its people. I felt compelled to look beyond the label, to see what life in Qatar was really like. Was this reputation deserved, or was it just another case of sensational headlines overshadowing reality? Was this truly a land of excess, or was there more beneath the surface? Could a single headline capture the essence of a nation, or was it just scratching at the surface of something far deeper? I arrived in Doha determined to find the real Qatar, not the one in headlines, but the one in everyday life. I wanted to see the city through the eyes of those who called it home, to experience its rhythms, its contradictions, and its hidden stories. The city sparkled below as my plane landed, a contradiction to the harsh label it had been given. The lights of Doha shimmered like jewels, hinting at both prosperity and mystery, inviting me to explore further. Stepping into the warm, humid air, I was greeted by a chorus of languages, a sign of Qatar's diversity. The city felt alive, a crossroads where cultures met and mingled, each adding its own flavor to the vibrant tapestry of daily life. This was my first clue. A place is never just one thing. Qatar was a mosaic of traditions and ambitions, of old and new, of people from every corner of the globe coming together in unexpected ways. My mission was simple: peel back the assumptions and discover the true soul of Qatar. I wanted to listen, to ask questions, to understand what life here really meant beyond the headlines. The journey had begun, not to judge, but to understand. I was ready to let the city reveal itself, one story at a time, with an open mind and a curious heart. I was searching for stories, for people, for the heartbeat of a nation. Every conversation, every encounter was a chance to see beyond the surface and connect with the real Qatar. The world's most sinful country. I was about to find out what that really meant, and perhaps discover something entirely unexpected along the way. On my very first morning in Doha, I decided to skip the glitzy malls and the polished modern side of the city. Instead, I made my way straight to Souk Waqif, the beating heart of old Qatar, where tradition and daily life still thrive. The air was thick with the intoxicating scent of spices, roasting coffee, and a hint of incense, an aroma that spoke of history and hospitality, not excess or extravagance. Shopkeepers slowly opened their wooden doors, revealing a world of treasures, piles of fragrant spices, vibrant fabrics, and the delicate curves of oud instruments, each item telling its own story. I found a small cafe and sipped on sweet spice karak chai, watching as the market gradually filled with locals and travelers, each person moving at a gentle, unhurried pace. An elderly shopkeeper invited me in, sharing stories of his family's pearl diving days, when wealth was measured not in gold, but in family bonds and acts of generosity. The souk itself felt like a living museum, a vibrant reminder that Qatar's true soul is deeply rooted in tradition, community, and culture, not just in modern luxury or skyscrapers. As I left, I realized that the headlines and glossy images often miss the real richness of daily life here, the warmth and connection found in these bustling alleys. The true spirit of Qatar lives in the narrow alleys, the mingling aromas, and the stories passed down through generations, from elders to children. To really understand this country, you have to look beyond the glittering towers and luxury shops and step into the heart of its traditions. Food in Qatar is more than just sustenance. It's a vibrant celebration of heritage, hospitality, and togetherness. Every meal is an opportunity to connect, to honor tradition, and to welcome others into the heart of Qatari life. I tasted majbouz, the national dish, shared from a communal platter, a symbol of unity and belonging. The act of sharing from the same dish is a gesture of trust and friendship, a ritual that brings people closer. Families gathered, laughter and conversation flowing as freely as the food. The air was filled with stories, jokes, and the warmth of genuine connection, making every meal a cherished memory. Each dish, from gouzi to sambusa, told a story of trade, migration, and tradition. The flavors carried echoes of ancient spice roots and the blending of cultures that shaped Qatar's unique cuisine. Hospitality here is sacred. To be a guest is to be honored. Every visitor is treated with respect and generosity, offered the best of what the home has to give. The headlines measured consumption but missed the generosity at every table. They overlooked the spirit of giving, the pride in sharing, and the joy found in feeding others. With every bite, I felt the warmth and connection that define Qatari culture. The food nourished not just the body, but the soul, weaving bonds between friends and family. The soul of Qatar is rich, flavorful, and welcoming. It's found in the spices, the smiles, and the open doors of every home. Here, sharing a meal is sharing a piece of history. Elders pass down recipes and stories while children learn the importance of community and gratitude. This was a far cry from the image of a nation lost to excess. Instead, I found a culture deeply rooted in generosity, respect, and the simple joy of coming together around the table. Doha is a city of striking contrasts. Futuristic skyscrapers rise beside ancient desert. In West Bay, glass towers symbolize ambition and wealth. Yet, just beyond the city, the desert stretches endlessly, silent and timeless. I joined a convoy to the inland sea, where the thrill of dune bashing gave way to profound stillness. Here, the Bedouin spirit endures, shaped by the harsh beauty of the land. Qataris move easily between these worlds, proud of their heritage, yet embracing the future. The country is both modern and ancient, global and deeply local. The Sinful label ignores this duality, this connection to land and history. In the desert's silence, I found the true soul of Qatar. It's a place defined by resilience, not just riches. To understand Qatar, you must know what matters most. Family, faith, and football. Family is the foundation. Extended families support each other, and elders are deeply respected. Faith shapes daily life with the call to prayer, a peaceful rhythm in the city. Mosques are centers of community, open and welcoming. Football, especially after the World Cup, unites people across backgrounds. Parks and stadiums buzz with games, creating a shared language of joy. These pillars, family, faith, football, bind the nation together. The headlines missed this heartbeat, the things that truly matter. Qatar's identity is built on connection, not consumption. Qatar weaves new technology into ancient traditions, creating something unique. The Majlis, once a sitting room for guests, now thrives both in homes and online. Young Qataris use digital majlises to debate, share, and preserve culture. Tradition adapts, using modern tools to strengthen community. The Museum of Islamic Art and Education City blend innovation with heritage. Qatar isn't losing its identity, it's redefining it, fusing progress with tradition. This dynamic blend defies easy labels. Technology here reinforces family ties and cultural stories. The digital majlis is a symbol. Qatar gives technology a soul, not the other way around. The real story is one of adaptation, not excess. My time in Qatar ended, but my understanding had just begun. I arrived with a headline, but left with memories of kindness, hospitality, and complexity. The Qatar I found was human, rooted in tradition, and confidently facing the future. Headlines divide us, but travel connects us. Real understanding comes from experience, not labels. I invite you, go beyond the news, visit, listen, and learn. Sit in cafes, walk the markets, ask questions. You'll find reality is richer and more hopeful than any headline. The world is a book. Don't read just one page. Let curiosity and empathy guide you. The journey is the destination, and it's open to all.